When you visit Paris, there's just one thing you can't miss: seeing the city from its most famous avenue, the River Seine. Cruising past the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, Notre Dame, or here the Conciergerie, it's hands down one of the best ways to experience Paris. But here's the catch: there are so many different options, from quick sightseeing cruises to fancy dinner cruises, and even private boats, that it can feel a little overwhelming. But don't worry, this is your ultimate guide to River Seine cruises, with everything you need to know to pick up the one that's perfect for you. So come on, hop on board and join me for your ultimate guide to River Seine cruises. There are 5 sightseeing cruise companies to choose from. Les Bateaux-Mouches, les Vedettes de Paris, Batobus, Bateaux Parisiens, and Vedettes du Pont Neuf. Based next to the Pont de l'Alma, the Bateaux-Mouches are the oldest cruise company on the Seine, in operation since 1949. Les Bateaux-Mouches has a fleet of 12 boats that welcomes nearly 2.5 million passengers each year, Parisians and visitors alike, to discover Paris from the Seine. The boats have capacities ranging from 150 to 1,100 passengers, and 5 of them are dedicated to lunch and dinner cruises. The 70-minute cruise costs €18 for adults and €8 for children under 13. If you book online, you'll save €1 per ticket though. These are the fall schedules. Expect fewer boats in winter and more in spring and summer. Based near the Eiffel Tower, Bateaux Parisiens is the leader of the Paris cruise companies. The Bateaux Parisiens fleet consists of 8 sightseeing boats and 4 restaurant boats, and each year more than 3 million passengers come on board to discover Paris from the Seine. The 60-minute sightseeing cruises come with an audio guide app service providing commentaries in 11 languages. Just like with the Bateaux-Mouches, it's cheaper online, €17, instead of €19 on site. Throughout the year, there are 11 different schedules, some just for a single day, like New Year's Eve, so it's best to check the website to see when boats are running. Also located at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, but on the opposite side of the Pont d'Iéna, is Vedettes de Paris. The smallest of the Seine cruise companies, Vedettes de Paris tries to stand out from the others. Its 5 boats are all electric, as low on pollution as they are on noise, and on board you'll find real guides giving live commentary in French and English, plus an audio guide app available in 10 different languages. But all of this comes at a higher price, €21 for a 1-hour cruise and €10 for children under 12. From around 10 or 11 in the morning, there's roughly 1 cruise every half hour until 11 p.m, but it's best to check their website, as schedules vary with the season. Twice a day on Wednesdays and weekends and during French school holidays, they also run family cruises with guides who specialize in engaging kids. And at the end, children even receive a special captain diploma. One of the advantages of Vedettes du Pont Neuf, the next cruise company, is that it departs right from the heart of Paris. When you're on a magnificent Pont Neuf, just outside the metro station of the same name, look down at the Seine and you'll spot the Vedettes du Pont Neuf pier. Then just walk to the majestic statue of Henry IV, one of the most beloved kings in France's history, and head to the staircases behind it. And there you are, at the Vedettes du Pont Neuf pier. At €17 or 15 if you book on the company's website, Vedettes du Pont Neuf is the cheapest option for a 1-hour cruise on the Seine. The company's 7 boats are much smaller, with a maximum capacity of 270 passengers. And, just like at Vedettes de Paris, there's live commentary in French and English, plus an audio app available in 7 other languages. The last of our cruise companies, Batobus, offers a different kind of service. There's no single starting point here, as you can board one of their boats at 9 different stops along the Seine. It's a really interesting service where you can hop on and off the boats whenever you like, enjoying a relaxing ride on the water while visiting the city's must-see spots at your own pace. The fleet consists of 6 180-passenger boats, with serving starting at 10 a.m. and ending at 5, 7 or 8 p.m. depending on the season. Each stop is served by a boat every 25 minutes in high season and every 40 minutes in low season. A one-day pass costs €23 or €13 for children under 12, while a 48-hour pass costs €27 and €17 for children. Should you want to make a round-trip loop, it would take you 2 hours, with an average 15 minutes between each stop. The Seine is especially beautiful at sunset and night when the historical monuments are lit up. As night falls, some cruises are designed so that they sail in front of the Eiffel Tower as it is lit up and glittering. In June and early July, the sun sets after 10 p.m. in Paris, so no glittering before 11 p.m. From around July 20th, it starts at 10 p.m. and from around August 20th, it starts at 9 p.m. So what night cruise should you choose? Here are the last cruise departure times for all the cruise companies. Bateaux Parisiens, last cruise 11 p.m., 10:30 p.m. or 10 p.m. depending on the day and the season from the Eiffel Tower. Bataux-Mouches, last cruise 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. on summer Saturdays from the Pont de l'Alma. Vedettes du Pont Neuf, last cruise 10:45 p.m. in summer and 9:45 during the other seasons from the Pont Neuf. Vedettes de Paris, last cruise 11 p.m. from the Eiffel Tower. And the Batobus offers no night cruise. If you are staying long enough in Paris, I would highly recommend that you treat yourself with both a day and a night cruise. Another great yet expensive solution for a cruise on the River Seine is to book a private cruise for you and the people you are visiting Paris with. On a small boat, barely a few meters long, far from the crowds of huge tourist transporters, you will benefit from an exceptional setting and a completely new view with the expert information of your pilot guide. For these private cruises, comfort varies widely, from simple pontoon boats to luxurious River speedboats, as do the services offered and consequently the prices. To my knowledge, the cheapest option is around €350 for 6 people but prices can easily exceed €1,000. This boat, for example, from myparisriver.com, is to be booked starting at €370 for 1 hour 30 for up to 6 people from the Pont d'ici. If you are boarding it at the Pont des Arts, as here, then it's €490. Among the companies we've already talked about, Bateaux-Mouches, Bateaux Parisiens, and Vedettes de Neuf all offer specific lunch and dinner cruise options. But for these specific cruises, there's even more competition, with 12 companies offering the chance to enjoy a meal while sailing along the most beautiful avenue in Paris. And, in my humble opinion, if you're willing to pay more than for the average cruise, a dinner cruise or a sunset cruise is a much better option than a lunch cruise. That's why I'll be focusing on those. In this table, I've listed almost all the dinner cruise options on the Seine, including their prices, boarding docks, schedules, and cruise durations, but above all, their ratings on TripAdvisor and Google Maps, along with the average between the two. As you can see, prices range from a minimum of €59 with Paris en Seine to over €500 with Ducasse-sur-Seine. On most boats, sitting by the window comes at an extra cost, and there are also specific drink packages, which is why the difference between the minimum and maximum price on the same boat can be quite steep. And remember, if you take a cruise that ends before 10 p.m. in June or July, you won't see the Eiffel Tower sparkle. But at least you'll get to enjoy a beautiful sunset cruise. I've personally taken 2 dinner cruises recently, and you can also see Ducasse-sur-Seine reviewed in one of the latest Les Frenchies videos. Here are some images from my cruise on Ivoire, which I did with Eiffel Croisière Bistronomique in July. If you'd like a full video review of this, let me know in the comments. A trip to Paris would not be totally complete without a cruise on the River Seine. Take a daytime cruise, or enjoy the City of Light on a night cruise, or a restaurant boat. Even better, do both, day and night, using 2 different companies. Trust me, it will be one of the highlights of your stay in Paris.